the men most likely to give you money are men from the streets. My bestie and I have come to this conclusion, and this is after years of dating men who are in the corporate space, who are in different industries, finance, tech, you name it, whatever, okay? And I think it's something to be said because a lot of women, particularly black women, obviously other women of color, are dating these men, going to these country clubs, going to these places, assuming that these white men are going to take care of you or these other men are going to take care of you. And I just feel like, in my experience, I'm talking about my experience, and I feel like we're kind of sharing like big sister advice. You are more likely to be taken care of from a man of the streets. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's like a DNA thing and they just feel like, okay, they're always take care of their own. I don't know.
Let me first preface this by saying that if this is big sister advice, y'all have some of the worst big sisters that I've ever experienced in my entire life. This is a lesson that hard head make a soft ass type lesson. Guys in the streets a lot of times are more generous, a lot of times because it's not even really their money. Whether they doing selling dope or whether they're scamming, the money comes super fast. They didn't have to necessarily do a whole lot of grinding for it. Yeah, they take risks. There's always calculated risks, especially the risk to go to jail. But you didn't have to actually put, risks as far as like your own resources or go to school for a long time or build a business and then hope that it fails or not. And a lot of times they also know that their time is going to come to an end very, very soon. So one of the characteristics, a couple of the characteristics that you'll experience in this situation is a lot of times they'll try to hurry up and get you pregnant because they want something good or they want to then have their mark or their legacy be left on you as a woman. And so a lot of women get caught up in a lifestyle and get caught up in the streets. And then you'll see women say, well, I didn't know or what wasn't a part of it. Yes, you do. You're very much aware of a person that had to work their ass off to get what they had to get legally and compete versus a person that's in the streets doing whatever it is. And again, it's easy to throw it around because you're blowing money fast. That's the whole mantra behind BMF, blowing money fast. And again, y'all get caught up with these guys and then your life get turned upside down or you go through a bunch of stuff or you get caught up in a car with a person and they get pulled over. And I did an interview with a woman that was her name was, I think it was Riva or something like that. I don't remember, but it's a horrible lifestyle. It's fast on both ends. And you're gonna get caught up in some stuff that you're not supposed to be in by thinking that you are supposed to get like the whole mindset that a man is supposed to take care of you is a toxic mindset. You're supposed to be a fully grown adult capable of taking care of yourself, happiness, complete, fixing your issues and your problems before you ever get into a relationship with somebody else, and then y'all figure it out. You are what you attract. So if you are a bum chick, you are going to attract a person that is for the streets. If you are a reasonable, respectable, professional, responsible person, then you are going to then attract that type of person and y'all figure out what y'all life is supposed to be going forward. But all of these women that are basically moochers and gold diggers in a different capacity that are looking for men, they are going to places so that they can try to find men to then give them things or take them shopping or change their lifestyle is such a toxic mentality. And it is the worst big sister advice that you can ever find in your entire life. And this is why people need good fathers and good structure and community in their life. Because sitting around talking about, I dated all of these type of guys. First of all, they never got no ring on their finger. But they always have dated this type of guy that then this person is stingy, this white man is generous, this type of white man was not so generous because he had to grind and he got a lot of money, but he cheap. But that don't necessarily translate into him being generous. A lot of it is personality traits. A lot of it is lifestyle. A lot of it is what you've subjected yourself to. But if you find yourself in a situation where you having these type of conversations about a street dude that is generous and why a street dude is more generous than a person that had to actually build it up from scratch and that have a better future ahead of them, then you are definitely in the wrong space.
I don't know where they get their money from. But I feel like this has been
You know, we all know.
something very recently that we've come to the knowledge of, because the men in, let's say, corporate, what we've noticed, you want to talk about what we've seen on Reddit?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'll see so many posts about I hit the $500,000 mark on the stocks. I hit the crypto this. I hit $1,000,000.
Yeah.
And if you keep looking through all of these posts, you see that these are men that are not giving any money to
No.
any woman.
Why should they give money to women? It's their risk, it's their reward. They actually did it legally, and then they supposed to just give it to you. Why are these women frustrated that men that are becoming successful legally are not giving their money over to them? That is wild, bro.
Wife is still working.
It's still
hard.
working. And the thing is, they have all of this money in their assets and whatever, but they don't believe in taking care of the woman at all. Or what they'll do is they'll make her an average stay-at-home mom, aka she doesn't have a nanny, she doesn't have any kind of help. There's no luxury, there's no vacation, there's no nothing, and they have this way of just.
Where is all of this hard work that comes along with stay-at-home mothers? I mean, I understand it back in the 18 and the 1900s when you actually had to do physical shit and you had to, it took all day for you to make an apple pie. You got Tide Pods, dishwashers, Roombas, vacuums. What do y'all want? I'm so thankful that I'm not out here in these streets having to deal with this nonsense. It is a blessing from God and the heavens above. I'm telling you, bro.
Demoralizing women. And I think those are the same women, those are the same men. They're like, you should be grateful that I helped you pay a bill. They're not handing it out like, shh. They're not doing that.
It's
like,
not selfless.
It's not selfless. I don't know what it is. It's just this thing I have noticed where men of illegal means are the only ones that are willing to throw out, be a trick, do all of that, and show you a good time. And it might not even be like long lasting. I think it's just more of like, I just want to show you that I can just show you a good time, or I can help you even if it's temporarily. And you're more likely to get something out of those men than a man that you've been dating who's in corporate that has the stable job and whatever. He's not going to give you anything.
Well, they'll keep you strung along.
They keep
for
strung
years.
along, yeah. They might give you some help here and there and whatever. But I think the more also we go on vacation and we realize.
And look, they both confirming this amongst each other in their toxic ways.
That men who approach us from the street are more likely to give more than a dude I was dating.
They're willing to buy drinks,
They
buy
would.
you food.
And here's the thing. The street dude wear you out. You waste all of your earlier years with him. And the person that you're supposed to be building with, that you then become the beneficiary of what it is that he worked hard for, they come to that guy later and say, where are all of the good men? How come these guys don't want us anymore?
But do more. They're willing to do
They're
more.
willing to do more.
They will drop pants. They will. I told her the other day. Okay? That dude in Morocco, the one I posted about, when I first met him, he showed me his money collection and all rubber bands, all cash. 1, 2, 3. That's what it was. All it was. And I think back and I feel like also men in this country who have the privilege, especially if they're white, who have the privilege of earning potential and how easy it is for them, and the fact that they choose not to give it to you or to invest in you is very telling. As a side rant. But that's just our little recollection, or that's just a recollection of our memories and things that we have experienced.
AKA, they've been in these streets getting fucked over by dudes that don't give a fuck about them but want to have a good time, and then they're ultimately going to want to get married to a good guy, maybe later on, that's also generous and want to make sure that they're taken care of. Ruin. The streets is more than just the ones that you see right outside of your door, that the hood that you grew up in. It's a worldwide, international streets. It's a market out here.
I don't know why the street dudes are more willing. I don't know.
Tricks.
I don't know. The men, I think we said from corporate, they will give an OnlyFans model
Or
stripper. They'll give her
Maybe
hard
find a
cash.
sugar baby.
Yeah, sugar baby on seeking arrangement. They'll do something. I mean, those are the girls that they'll give some money to, but they're not gonna give money like that. So stop with, I'm gonna go to the country club and see what I can get, and I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna hope that this white dude or whatever approaches me. No, they approach you as a salt daddy.
So desperate and needy and nasty and seedy and just an ugly soul, a ugly spirit, in my opinion. But I always like to give credit to the content creators, so the link back is always going to be in the description. Teach Henley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. Be careful, fellas.